In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to achieve spiral curls using Flexi-rods on my friend Arlene's type 4B/C hair and discuss how to compile products for ultimate scalp treatment and moisture during styling. Arlene has mostly type 4C hair, but her perimeter hair is in the 4B range. Hair types are for reference, not gospel. The hair typing charts that are available feature buckets or categories that encompass the most common types and traits. Some naturals will fall between those or have traits of different types, but don't worry, it's normal. Arlene has high lift dye I installed in her hair over a year ago, so the ends are a bit drier than the rest of her hair and the curl pattern appears to be a bit looser, which can happen over time when you lift hair several levels. I plan to snip the rest of this color off for her soon. Arlene has low porosity hair and often has dry scalp, so I am showing her a way to work scalp maintenance into each wash day. The products I will use on Arlene for this style will have coconut oil, vitamin E, argan oil, or peppermint oil, or some variation of them, and here's why. Coconut oil works wonders for dry hair and scalp. It helps treat dandruff, which is caused by an imbalance of natural oil production. You either have too much or too little oil produced in your body. The lauric and capric acids, along with vitamins E and K found in coconut oil, work to repair follicles and balance the natural oil secretions in your scalp, which leads to less flaking and irritation. Because its molecular structure is small enough to actually penetrate the hair shaft, it sticks around in your strands in the days after styling. Argan oil is a fatty oil rich in antioxidants, mainly vitamin E, that is great for frizz control and adding moisture because it oxidizes slower than other oils, and its molecular weight allows it to penetrate the hair shaft. For the scalp, the vitamin E will help heal dry patches and protect those areas between washes. Peppermint oil functions as an astringent, so it helps to reduce excessive oil production and restore the scalp's pH level to normal. Because of this restorative balancing property, it works for either extremely oily or dry scalp. However, peppermint oil is very strong, so if you are prone to skin irritation, do not use it alone on your scalp. You'll want to find products, mainly shampoos, that have it as a prominent ingredient. I am going to start with Palmer's Coconut Oil Protein Pack. It contains coconut milk, which is excellent for detangling and added luster, and coconut oil and vitamin E, which I stated earlier are excellent for scalp health and added moisture. The formula contains a small amount of keratin amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein that happen to be small enough to penetrate the hair shaft and help repair damage. And it contains hydrolyzed silk protein, which contains natural lipids that act as a moisturizing repair agent. This is not necessarily an intensive protein treatment that will repair severe damage, as it has more moisture-adding properties than it does protein. However, this is a good every other week or once a month treatment if your hair needs just a boost of protein, which you can tell because your curls may seem a bit limp or you may be experiencing excessive shedding. Now I am going to cover Arlene's hair with a plastic cap and have her sit under my hooded dryer for 15 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water. Next, I am going to use the Hydratherma Natural Soothing Shampoo Bar to cleanse. You simply rub the bar in a circular motion on your wet hair and it immediately releases a rich lather. This formula contains peppermint oil, essential for normalizing the scalp's pH balance, and tea tree oil, which helps unblock follicles so your scalp can naturally secrete the right amount of oils to keep the dandruff away. This bar also contains vitamin E oil and coconut oil, so you're getting all three of the oils I talked about earlier in this bar. I love how moisturizing it felt on contact and how easy it was to use. It also smells amazing. After massaging this into Arlene's hair and scalp, I am going to rinse with lukewarm water. To deep condition, I am going to use Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Deep Treatment Mask. This formula contains argan oil, which, as I stated earlier, is going to help heal flaky, dry patches. It also contains shea butter and panthenol, also known as vitamin B5, which are both great for moisture. Now I am going to finger detangle with my vinyl gloves for added slip, and then use my shower comb to fully detangle each section. applying this throughout the hair and scalp, I am going to use the same cap I used earlier, just flip it on the other side, cover, and have Arlene deep condition under my hooded dryer for 20 minutes. Then I will rinse this out with lukewarm water. To prepare the hair for the Flexi-rods, I am going to apply Carol's Daughter's Sacred Tiare leave-in conditioner. This leave-in aids in detangling and helps stop breakage and frizz in the days after use. It contains coconut oil and is packed with other essential nutrients like vitamin B5, aloe leaf, and honeysuckle to leave the hair soft and manageable. Next, I am using Agadir Argan Oil Hair Shield 450 Spray. The formula contains 100% pure argan oil and protects hair up to 450 degrees of styling heat. It is also sulfate, paraben, and alcohol free. To set the hair, I am using Hydratherma Naturals Foaming Sea Silk Curly Styler, which contains burdock extract, a natural astringent that helps soothe itchy scalp and control dandruff, and aloe barbadensis leaf juice, more commonly referred to as aloe vera, which acts as a humectant to increase water retention, and it contains vitamin E, like argan oil, to help heal the scalp. I am going to use a combination of 1 inch and 1/2 inch diameter flexi rods to roll Arlene's hair. Using a little of the Hydratherma foaming styler, I will just smooth it onto a small section of hair. Then I am going to use my Denman 9-row brush to detangle and my rat tail comb for fine smoothing. Now I am going to stretch the hair and firmly wrap the ends around the rod, then start rolling it toward the scalp. To secure, I am going to fold the ends of the rod the opposite direction in which it was rolled. I am rolling the hair up or forward on each rod so that on the styling end it lays to the front. It is important that you get the hair around the rod as neatly as possible, but you shouldn't be concerned if it doesn't look perfectly slick on the rod. If you have a few coiled strands standing apart from the rest, it's okay. When you take these down, those hairs will blend in. After I have installed rods all over, I am going to have Arlene sit under my hooded dryer until all of her hair is 100% dry. Remember, the key to an awesome roller set of any kind is that the hair is actually dry and that you are using a setting lotion or foam designed for heat interaction. Gels will most likely cause flaking and cause the style not to last as long. After an hour, all of Arlene's hair is dry and I am going to remove the rods and start separating the curls. I am not going to add any additional oils to my fingers on this part because I want the curls to stay nice and fluffy. Plus, Arlene will have to add oils in the days after for moisture, and I feel she has enough from the products I've used for now. After a long stint under the dryer, I want to make sure that Arlene's scalp is properly moisturized. So I am using Luxe Therapy Healing Oil, which contains peppermint oil and tocopherol acetate, commonly referred to as vitamin E. This healing oil is not only great for daily spot usage on dry or flaky patches, it's also great for scalp moisture during long-term protective styles such as sew-ins or braids. I decided to leave the pretty perfect little coils intact on the shaved sides rather than brushing them because I like that textured look for this style. And now for a glossy finish, I am using Hydratherma Naturals Herbal Gloss Heat Protector. This one can be used on wet or dry hair for heat protection, moisture, and shine. There's vitamin E in this one, along with jojoba and safflower oils. Total style time for this was about 2 hours. Arlene can maintain her style by clipping the curls up on top of her head with metal clips or pin curling and tying a silk or satin scarf around her back and sides with a knot in the front. You can find more information and links to every product used in this tutorial at MoKnowsHair.com.